things about him. And sometimes I'd be self-conscious, and that's why I haven't wanted to get on here and speak. Lord, please forgive me if I have delayed the inevitable. But anything that I could do to help another person out, I would do it a million times over. So, you know, I always felt like this is like my passion, is I wanted to help people. Really, honestly, definitely wanted to my whole life, wanted to be a lifesaver. That's like, I just went to rehab in August after my mom passed away, and I tried, like, you know, one of the things is like you get a job, you know, after you've been there for 30 days, and I'm not going to say I did, and I wanted one because I would love to bring in my own money and have my own, you know, flux of money. I mean, everybody, the money makes the world go round, you know. But, so I tried, put in so many applications. Excuse me, bless me. Kill me. I put in a bunch of applications, never had any response, and then finally, whenever I did get a response, I went to interview after interview after interview. It was like 5 different ones. The first one was for to help, you know, older people that are sick, to be like in a home care nurse. And I told them that I had felony charges, and they're like, oh, that knocked it all off. You can't work here. So that didn't work. And then the other 4 just rolled in, and they're like, oh, you know, pretty much they didn't call me. I ended up calling them, and then I had to press the issue for like a week. And finally, whenever they did answer the phone, they acted all weird. And I'm like, you know, it's kind of disrespectful. Y'all said that you're here on time, and y'all say you pride yourself in how y'all are always here on time, and you always make callbacks, and you talk to your customers. But I was gonna be an employee, and you couldn't even have, you know, the common sense, courtesy to call me or respond to my calls that I left every day. I'd call on time when we were supposed to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd call every day at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I would leave a message, and nobody would come back. And when I finally did get a hold of the lady, she was like shocked that, like, you know, they put me through to her. And she was like, oh, well, you know, we thought really hard, you know, about it, but we ended up, I said, well, did you end up getting somebody? And she's like, yeah, we filled the position, but we are going to keep your resume. You were really good, and we thought I had to think about it really hard, but we're gonna put you on like the back burner, like I'm second best or something. Yeah, okay. So I like, whatever. And then I remembered, I'm like, you know, I honestly never really believed that I'm supposed to work a 9 to 5. I believe that I am called to speak to the nations. I am always been called to go out to the trenches and to go out where the less fortunate is, and like be out there and be when other people that are Christians and all this stuff, that they wouldn't even put a big toe in there, you know. And that's what I call home, is being out there, like in Atlanta. I've been out there for the past 4 years, almost on the street most of the time, and I call it home. I love the people. Like I've become to, and at first I didn't think they loved me, but I think that they've grown fond of me now. And I honestly, like, this is why, another reason why I want to do this is to help people like that. And like, I want to be able to, I mean, if I can, I would love to go back and like start up like a soup kitchen somewhere Candy's Corner Mission. I would like to start a soup kitchen or something for the homeless out there, and give back to, you know, how much they gave to me, even though they might not know it, just to have them there, and maybe smile, maybe wave, maybe, like, you know, just to be there. It meant a lot. A lot of people don't understand. Just to be around me is a lot, you know. I mean, you know, and definitely when it means something. So anybody that's still being and still watching this, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to, you know, get to know somebody else and just like what they got going on in their life, and, you know, understand like where they're coming from. And obviously you care, or you wouldn't be watching. So I thank you guys. So yeah, that's a big part about God too. You know, he wants to know where your heart is in situations. Like he like I used to think that, you know, it's not, he even told me, you know, it's not about the money. Like it isn't, it never has been. Like I get it and I'll spend it so quickly because, and then give it away. Like if I, you know, have a chance, because it's nothing. It comes and it goes, like, you know, and it would be nice if we didn't even have to have it to live, you know. I mean, I don't even think it should be like that. People should work because it's what they love, and then you should just give because that's what you do. But yeah, we're in a world that's crooked. So please forgive Eve and all of us ladies for her first, you know, eating the apple. Please forgive us. But so that the heart, God tests the heart. He wants to see your devotion. And at one point I was like thinking that the big time like I wanted to be a preacher, and I'm like, oh well, you know, all this. At first I was like not knowing, and then I'm thinking that all these preachers are bad because, you know, they got these big places, and they ask for all this money. It's like everywhere I go, that's all I hear, tithe. And I don't even believe that a tithe has to be in fucking, has to be in a paper form. I believe that it could be like just being generous and like charity, like just volunteering and stuff like that, you know, like putting a 10% of yourself into something that you would not probably, you know, wouldn't do, is putting your heart into something. But yeah, so I thought that they were bad. And then whenever I went to jail last October, the Lord was testing my heart. He wanted to see if I would give out the word for free, or if I would sit there and, you know, demand payment, or, you know, demand that somebody give me something for what I had to say to them. And half the time what I say isn't out of my mouth. Right now it is, but half the time when I'm speaking my notes and stuff like that, I couldn't even tell you like all the time what I'm saying, because it's not me. That it's like, I feel like it's God speaking through me, you know. And he did show me though after a while that it is okay for a preacher to get paid through, you know, for somebody to get paid through doing something. Like, you know, it's okay. I mean, it says this somewhere in the Bible. I'm not sure exactly where, and if I don't know, I'm not going to tell you I do, but it's somewhere in there, and it says something about, you know, it's okay if they make a little bit of profit off of it, like, you know, I guess like donations and stuff. But I definitely don't think the first thing you should do is go in towards that. And when you do, it shouldn't go into nice expensive cars or houses for yourself. Like, I want to put back, and that's where, you know, God says you can't keep what you have unless you give it away. So and believe me, it's not always easy to do that and to be that type of person, you know, but you have to train yourself, you know, train yourself in the way that you should go, and start to mold. And that's where it says that we're becoming a new creation, and we're coming a new creature, because he's molding us, and like, you know, we're nothing, and he's building us up, and we're learning how to be something different. So as I come here today, I want to tell you, this is out of a passion of mine, and I've always wanted to come speak to people, but usually it's not and gonna be in front of a crowd. Like, I've always said, oh Lord, oh no, let me be like a superwoman. Don't let them know who I am. Just like, let me be behind the veil, you know. And I guess back then it was okay, but you know, this is a way to get it across now. Some people aren't going to meet me and pick up my notes, so I got to get on here, and it's making it a little bit easier thinking like this phone is my dearest friend, and I'm just vibing and just, you know, shooting, just vibing with my friend, and that's what you are right now, my friend. So, yeah. So if I act goofy or weird, it's probably because I am. But know that I love you guys, and you're gonna be okay because I am. And yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys in my prayers, and I just ask that you guys pray for me that I continue to speak the words of God, and that it touches the inner deep souls of the people. Yeah. And that's all I want to do. I want to be a lifesaver. So, well, with that being said, I'm going to end this because it's probably really long and somebody's not going to want to listen to all of it. So I'm going to end this, and I'm going to come back in a little while, and we can pray. Stay lifted up. Peace.